Okay, class, we are starting, and good evening once more. So this evening, we are going to look at various techniques we are going to use as a project manager or in project management environment. So within these techniques, we produce one of these documents we've enumerated. So that is what we're going to be doing. Some of the documents is a techniques itself. So these are the things we're planning to do. So that by the time you can call yourself a project manager, you already know the kind of document you need to produce at every point in time. And you know the technique you can use to do that. And you know the tools you can use to do that. And that is it. That is what is required of you as a project manager. But it's not easy as you think, because all these techniques, all these tools, you have to maneuver it. So let's dive in. So some of you will say, work breakdown structure again. Yes, work breakdown structure again. That is the number one. If you are starting a project, any project, whether construction project, whether IT project, whether any project, even wedding planning, any kind of project, you must break your work down. You must apply work breakdown structure. That is the first thing you need to do. That is first technique. As an experienced project manager, you need to do that. That will give you a good insight of the amount of work you have, and that will help you to plan those work into stages and apportion time and resources, making sure that everything is within the resources available, like the timeline available, the resources, like the cost, and making sure you have enough human resources as well. So the work breakdown structure is a hierarchical outline that breaks down a project into smaller, more manageable deliverable. It provides a clear picture of the project scope and the relationship between tasks. The benefits we can get from that is improved project planning and estimation. Help you to have a clear picture of a clean planned project with estimated duration of every task. Enhance communication and stakeholder understanding. When you have this kind of good documentation, it will help you to have good communication with your stakeholders. You know what to discuss with your stakeholders at any time. And that is very good when you know what to talk about at any time point, because if you don't have your work planned out, some people might hear big terminology, they will jump into it and start, but it might not be from there. You have to have good your work well organized. If you don't have your work well organized, if the project is starting, some of us will just jump in and start asking stakeholders about project charter, because they know that maybe they might have heard that project charter is a must. So that might be the first thing. But project charter is not the first thing. in as much as it's very, very important, but that's not the first thing to do. So you must know what to communicate about with your stakeholders. Another benefit is increased focus on project deliverables. It will give you idea of what needs to be produced. You know, every task will be pointing at what are you going to produce out of this task or out of this activity. Identification of dependencies between tasks. We have what we call dependencies. Dependencies mean that some tasks are depending on another one. Sometimes you cannot create it, you cannot do it until you finish a particular task. So with good breakdown structure, you see the sequence, you see dependencies. We are going to treat that in a critical path analysis to understand the importance of dependencies and other things. Then, how do we create this work breakdown structure? First, define the project deliverable, break down the deliverable into major components, continue breaking them down into smaller manageable tasks. Verify that all tasks contribute to the final deliverable. Use numbering or coding to represent the hierarchy. So that is a simple way of doing that. At this point, we are going to be applying some practical. It's not going to be just talking. It's the time we'll start doing it. You start seeing how I do it, and I will be requesting you to do after me. If I create a document, I will request you to create something like that. If I use any tool, I'll be asking you to use it as well. So that is what we're going to be doing. So the best practice is involve stakeholders in the work breakdown structure. Is something, you know, if you have stakeholders, you need to involve them. Don't do it in isolation. It's very, very important. That's why you have your stakeholders. Use clear and concise language for task description. Ensure the work breakdown structure is complete and reflects the entire project scope. Review and update the work breakdown structure as the project progresses, because as the project progresses, you might be capturing more tasks or more requirement that will lead to more deliverable. So this is a clean or a simple way a project breakdown structure diagram can look at. This is a diagram, just a diagram. I produce diagram like this, but I don't use them most of the time. I create a work breakdown structure. I use Excel document to create my work breakdown structure. But I will equally show you how to create a diagram like this. I don't know where you are going in your company, where you are going to. They might ask you to produce a diagram of your work breakdown structure for review. And so you have to know how to do that. But for me, once I create my work breakdown structure in my Excel document, I use it because from there, it will help me to start creating project plan as well. So let's dive in and look at a live work breakdown structure, how it looks like. Based on our project, we have two projects. One of the projects we are going to be working is NIARA's platform expansion and implementation of enterprise resource planning for NIARA's platform. These are two projects we are going to be dealing with. And one of the projects is the expansion project. So we'll start from the expansion project. And this is a work breakdown structure. I can call it a template. So when it comes to the the project. It's always up to you and your team to adopt it, modify it, add, make it better, but you cannot make it lesser than what it is. So this is how it looks like, and this is Excel document. So I didn't use any sophisticated software to do this. So let's look at it here. This is a work breakdown structure. I've broken this down into stages. Into stages here, if you check out when we talk about project life cycle, we say that projects need to have up to 5 stages, 4 to 5 phases of a project in a project life cycle. We talk about initiate stage, we talk about planning stage, we talk about execution stage, and we'll talk about closure stage. We equally talk about monitoring and control. But I say that monitoring and control cannot be a stage, because monitoring and control revolves around the whole of this stage. So, and you can see we have 4 stages here. So in like a project breakdown structure, you can see that I've broken this project down into 4 stages. And each stage, I've captured some tasks on each stage. So that is what is project breakdown structure. You break them down into stages and keep breaking them down into sub stages. It's just like categories and subcategories. That's the layman term to talk about this. But when you come to project management, we don't call it project category and project subcategories. We call it project breakdown structure. That is the name we call it. So we use the name. But if you want to understand it from a layman, not as a project manager, you can say project category and subcategory, kind of. So we look at it under initiate stage. You have some activities here, or as you see, you receive the project brief, you assemble the project team for induction, you define roles and responsibilities for every team member, and then you identify stakeholders and their expectations, and then you conduct initial requirement gathering to capture more requirements, then you create project charter. So for some of you are saying that it's too much. Well, this is just a simple project that doesn't require so much documentation. It's a very simple project. And now you can see under the initiate stage, the first stage, we have how many activities? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 activities. And that is it. You see deliverables, project brief, understanding of a project brief, raising metrics, stakeholder analysis, document, documented business requirement, project charter. You see, for me, they are just simple. They are not even much. For those that are crying that they are too much document, there's nothing like too much here. Every of them counts, because if you remove this initial requirement gathering, I don't know how you are going to understand in details what you are going to do or what you are going to plan. If you remove project charter here, I don't understand how we are going to get authorization to start this project. If you remove this defining roles and responsibilities, I do not understand how people are going to understand what is expected of them. And if you don't call a kickoff meeting, how do you start a project? And if you don't receive a project brief, how do we even know that a project, you are going to start a project? Who is going to brief? So these are things. Everything here is very, very important. So you cannot miss any of them. You can add more even. So Like here, I decided not to add business case here because this is not like a solution or software. I just, in some cases you can create business case, but for now, I don't think it's necessary for us to be capturing business case. So, but if there is need that we still must have to add business case, you see we're adding another deliverable here, making it 7 deliverables or 7 documentation within the first phase of this project. So that is a project breakdown structure for you. And then if you go up, if I keep scrolling, you see under planning in this particular project, we have to conduct market research, competitor analysis, platform localization, marketing strategy, documentation, risk assessment. Yeah, that is it under planning. And then if we come under execution, you see platform localization, marketing campaign execution, user acquisition, and customer support setup. And then if you come down under closure, we document lesson learned from this project, and the project manager will then have to create a project closure report. And then, so this is under this is just this particular 2 roles, phase and tasks and activity. That is the work breakdown structure here. So this other item here, like allocation, time allocation, meeting collaboration, project management techniques, deliverables, owners, status, remark. You can, this is a mini project plan. I just added this to make it look more juicy and understanding. But if you are just trying to create a project breakdown structure, just a very project breakdown structure is just a skeleton. Is this phase and tasks and activities? So that is it. And that is how we can do it using Excel documents. So, and you can see I made it easier that under each of these, you can see the owner. Here you see receive project brief, assemble project team, define roles and responsibilities done by the project manager. Then identify stakeholders and their expectation. Both project manager and BA need to do stakeholder analysis. Initial requirement gathering. Business analysts need to do more in-depth data collection or requirement gathering. And project charter, the BA, the project manager need to create a project charter. This will help to authorize the beginning of this project. So that is the way it is. So, in other words, this is very simple, but I have to create another document, which is the diagram, because I say that I use this particular document for myself, and generally, if you are working with me, this is what I want. But other people might want you to start creating diagrams, and you cannot tell them that, oh, I don't know how to create diagram, or this is not what Charles told that. Charles didn't teach us that. So I want to make sure that you know what is everything the way it should be. So to that effect, we are going to use, although we have not, like I said earlier, some of these tools, while at this stage, we'll have to start using some of these tools. Like you see, I've already started onboarding you in Basecamp. We've not done tools. Relax, try as much as you can to follow. We are going to handle project tools very soon. So to create a work breakdown structure diagram like this, we use software called Visio. Visio is a product of Microsoft. The software, all BAs must know how to use. You must know how to use this software. We call it UML, Unified Modeling Language Software. So BAs should know how to use this a lot, because we are going to be creating a lot of different diagram, process flow, process maps, a lot, flow charts. You need to be creating them. So, but if you don't have Visio, you can use Lucid Charts. Visio is paid, it's very costly for some of us that doesn't have job. I see a lot of us are even struggling to pay for the course, you know. And now I'm asking you to go and pay for VCO that will cost you like around £400 to pay to get a VCO. And then you equally be asked to pay for Microsoft projects. That one is going to cost like another £400, you know. And some of us are even struggling to pay the amount I charge for, so which doesn't make sense to me. So, but don't worry, we'll have free tools we can use to navigate. So here we have draw.io. For some of us that have not yet for what draw.io. Lucid Chart is still free, but if you want to get some premium, some templates, you are going to pay for it. So there's a lot of things that are paid. And I don't want you to pay anything, because we shouldn't pay, because we are IT professionals. So that's the way I see it. There's a lot of things I don't pay. You know, it's only the companies. If he has to be paid, company need to pay for it, not me. So, and that's the way it should be. If you are learning, some of these things should be free. So we're going to use draw.io to do this. Draw.io is free, a free unified modeling language software created by a group of happy developers, and make it a kind of open source of premium software. Anybody can use it and do their work without paying a dime. And this software, it gives so much for free. So, and that's why it's good. If you, the little you can do it. That's why I love IT so much. There's a lot of free tools. A lot of things are free. And that's why I said that IT, if so many documents or so many tools we are using in IT should be charged, so many of us are not going to be IT professional. But a lot of things are here. All you need to do is make our time to learn. So let's get into draw.io. You just go to your browser, you type draw.io, and then you click, and so it's loading. Draw.io. While it's taking time to load. Okay. Now you see once you click or you type draw.io, it's going to navigate you to app.diagram.net. So if it's navigating you to diagram.net, don't worry, you see the same application. So it's going to ask you to choose where you are going to save your work, because once you finish your work, it's going to be saving your work on your this thing. So they don't have a database for you to save your work within their database. They've done enough by giving us free software to do our work. So you can save it on your device. If you can save it on the cloud, you can save it in any of these, or you can save it on your Google Drive here, which I'll click here, save on. So if you have an existing work you are doing already, you can open it. If you don't have, you can just create a new diagram. And here is going to ask you to select. All these are templates. You see here we have a lot: engineering, template, flowchart, map, everything, UML, a lot of them, Venn diagram. But I like starting my work from the scratch. I don't like using other people's template. I create my own. So we go from the black canvas. We have to use a black canvas here, and then we create, say, okay, let's put a name here and say near RAS work breakdown structure, and then so this is the canvas where we are going to start creating our work breakdown structure. We've already got information here. So that is these are various library. We call it libraries. Libraries is contain a lot of shapes. We have general library here. So we have basic library, we have advanced, we have clip charts, we have finance, we have flow chart. So many libraries. We have even infographic. Like if you want to create an infographic, you know, like we project managers, you can create an infographic of your project or roadmap. So we have a lot here, but let's just be fast because of time. So what we need to do is we're going to use general, but what we are doing is just a simple work breakdown. So it doesn't require so much here. So by the time we're going to be doing this, we're going to maybe do more training or more, teach you more about this particular draw.io. But for tonight, let's just create a work breakdown structure. When we come to tools in project management and business analysis, we might look at this in details or do more technical also. Now, I have to grab a shape here. So this shape is going to be the number one. So I can then do it like this. Do it create another shape like this. It's going to be 4 stages. So have So you look at what I'm going to do. I'm highlighting on this, and then I'll create another this thing and join it here. And then I come back, highlight again. All these things is just manipulation. It's not going to break. So you manipulate it, and then okay, I call this one initiate. I call this one planning. I call this one execute. And I call this one closure. And then I call this one work breakdown structure. Yeah. So then.
So you made a mistake on the closure.
Oh, sorry. It's a topographical error. Closure. So then we have to, under initiate, we can just be adding it down like this. If you like, we can just see, start adding items down like this. You see under this, we can, or I will do it this way, either. Yeah, so under this, what is the first thing we have here? Let's look at this. We'll have receive. This is the first thing we have here. I'll copy this, come back here. Come back again. I'll copy this. Back again. I'll come back again here and define roles and responsibilities. I'll copy this. I'll come back here and I'll post. So now this, I can make this to be this and this, and this. So, and we still have more items. Like you see here, you still have okay, you still have here, you can see you still have more items to capture, but I'll leave it and add more from here.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes,
I just have a quick question to ask.
I'm listening.
I know in the Agile framework, this is called a sprint. Or in project management, what is this? Is this called?
This is not a sprint in Agile project management. This is work breakdown structure. Who tell you that work breakdown structure is a sprint?
Okay, because in Scrum, I know that this diagram drawn is usually representing a sprint.
No, we don't draw any diagram like this in school.
Not necessarily like this. It has a different diagram, a different interface.
Like what I say, you should understand it the way I teach it. This is what we call work breakdown structure. If you want to Google, you can Google it and you'll see. So
Okay, thank you, sir. I just wanted to know what it's called.
it's
In
called
project
work
management.
breakdown structure.
Yeah, I understand now. Thank you.
Yeah. This is work breakdown structure diagram. When I'm starting, I told you people that this is what I'm creating here. I showed this document. This is what I'm creating here. Are you getting me? Are you guys following?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Is there
Yes, sir.
is anybody
sir.
confused? Or is any of you confused about what we are doing?
No.
It's clear.
No, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
I
I
have a
wanted to ask
question.
something. Hello, sir.
What? Yes, I'm hearing.
I'm drawing, but that arrow, the one that connects all the rectangles, I'm finding it difficult to draw that one under work breakdown structure.
Just learn the way I'm doing it. Is there's no way to it's not 2+2. It's you manipulating that particular software. So it's just a drawing diagram. You see all I do. Watch the way I'm doing. I highlight here. For instance, here I highlight. From here I pick it up. I'll draw it down. I'll connect it on the middle of this, and it will click. So it's not like a mathematics. I need to teach you that when you add 2+2, all you need to do is look at the way I'm doing it, and you do it. It's not difficult. It's just for you to manipulate this software. Is drawing I'm doing here, just a diagram. So there's no other way to teach you how to do that other than to look at the way I'm doing it. You see, if you want to bring a ball, a kind of this shape, all you do is you click from here. You can drag and drop. You can click from here, drag it. Who is making this? You can drag it, bring it in here, or you can from here. Or you can from here highlight the arrow and then you click. You see me, I highlight this arrow, I click. Okay, alternatively, let me delete this. Alternatively, I can come over here, drag it from here, and bring it here. And then from here, I highlight it from here. You see, when I highlight, you see green color. I bring it and just join it here. So this now is showing that all these are under this initiate stage. And all these other processes here are under planning stage. So this is the main category, and this is subcategory. This is the main category, this is the subcategory, and that is it. This is just a diagram. The main document is here. It's just what we are just trying to do is to create a work, to break this work down using a diagram. And we are not capturing all these other things because they are not part of the work breakdown diagram. We are just breaking this work into phases and activities on each phase. That is what we are capturing in this diagram. So this is for me, maybe if you've not tried it before, but if you start trying it, it's not gonna be if you're trying it for the first time, your hand will be shaking. But when you start trying it, try it twice or 3 times, you'll become a pro. So, and it's very flexible. All these things are not, they are not breaking. So closure
Please, I
here
have
too.
a question.
I'm listening.
How do you put the colors?
If you want to put the colors like here, if we click on this, we'll call it this process here, or this shape here. You see I'm clicking on it, I've highlighted it. You go to this right hand side, you can see my cursor going to the style. You see style here. Are you following?
Sir, yes, I'm here.
So you see the style here, it will show colors here, and then you should be able to select the color. If you keep on, if you follow this arrow here, you will bring more colors. You see, more colors is coming out, more colors here. And now if here, so
Okay, okay.
so you can see
Thank you.
where the color comes from. And from here, you can equally bring in your own color. If you are not happy with any of this color, you can bring in a custom color from here. But I don't have time for this. We are not doing graphic arts here. We're just creating a diagram. So that's it. And then I'll
Okay.
make this.
Sir.
So you see here I've given this a green color, showing that this is the main activity here. So this is the main process, work breakdown structure. And now we've broken it down into 4 stages, which is initiate, planning, execute, and closure. And then we come here under planning, we have market research. We copy here, we come here, we add it here. And then we'll come over here again. We'll pick another competitor analysis. We'll copy it. Come here. So you can use a pen and paper to create and before you all. So you say whichever way. And you come back here. You copy this one. Platform localization. You come here and Control V, you paste. And then come back here. Let's scroll up to execution, platform, execution of platform localization. You copy again. You come over here. Control V. Come back here. You copy again. Come back here. You Control V again. And then I'm not going to create everything. So when you are going to do it, you need to create everything because of time. Control, copy here. So sorry. If you can use this arrow, you see I've added wrong this. I can come here and see, click it out. So I wanted to capture user acquisition and copy user acquisition. Come here and I enter, and then I have to go to closure, document lesson learned, copy lesson learned. I come back here, I Control V it, and then the last but not the least, closure reports. I pick closure reports, and here I paste the closure reports. So so that is my work breakdown structure documents. So if I want to do some cosmetics, I will just start doing these cosmetics and say, but this is not necessarily just cosmetics. For some of you ladies that want to apply makeup, if after creating your own, you want to apply some makeup, you can do it as well. I know you guys love makeup.
Hello, Mr. Charles. Please, can I ask a question, please?
I'm listening.
This the baby S you just created. I want to know if it's something the PM or BA can just do alone, or they could do it as a team, with other BA and decide on what it is. Then one person could just draft it out. Do you
This
understand what
is
I mean?
this is your work as a project manager. You've got nothing to do with BA. At this point, you are planning to start your work as a project. You are planning. You don't even know you are BA if you have a BA or you have a developer. So what are you talking about? This
Well, I'm
is your
saying,
work as a project manager. Look at what, as a project manager, this is the first thing you need to do. You don't need BA at this point.
no, what I'm saying is it something you do alone?
That's
Just you
why
alone?
I'm saying that this is what you do. What you can have, if you want to understand the amount of work that needs to be done here, you have a meeting with let's say the project sponsor or the program manager or whoever you are reporting with to understand this work. Like you see here, I say when I talk about best practice here, let's talk about best practice here. You see, when I say best practice, involve stakeholders in the work breakdown structure development. So you cannot wake up and think and say, so at this point, when you are trying to capture this work, you might be taking a note. You just have a conversation with your project sponsor or the program manager, and you list down what needs to be done. This is just capturing what needs to be done for you to start your work. So, and I don't think it's a big deal, but you don't need BA to do this. This is something you can write down with a sheet of paper. For instance, if I'm your project or program manager, you come to me, I will sit you down and tell you, say, what's your name, please?
My name is Abby.
I say, Abby, okay, this is what I want you to do for me in this project. I want you to first plan this, capture this. Of course, you as a project manager, I don't need to tell you this stage. Under this initial stage, you don't need the program manager to tell you to capture this initial stage. You know that within your own initiative, you know that this must be here. But I can tell you from the planning, I will just tell you, I want a market research or based on the heading here, expansion. We are planning to expand. Tell you what we are planning to do and how we want it done. Areas we want. So with that little note, you should be able to sketch some. This is just a sketch. Sketch something down to get you started. I don't know if you are getting what I'm talking about.
Oh yes, I get you. Noted.
So you just a sketch. What breakdown structure is not the project, is a sketch. You're just sketching, from there, you start building. And you need more meeting to understand. After this sketch, you then have to, receive project mandate. This is not a project mandate. This is just initial meeting, a sketch to break the work down. So For you to start in full, start the main project, you need a project brief. That project brief, you still have to go back to the project for more detailed understanding of the whole project. And that is when you have to sit down. The program manager will either the project manager will hand you over the project brief if the project manager have created that. If the project manager have not created that, you can sit down with the project manager, draft a project brief. Project brief can be just the project manager can be talking to you, telling you what the project manager, program manager or the project sponsor or the senior whoever you are reporting to as a project manager. You sit down with the person and the person will talk you through. If the note is there, if there is a document, existing document, they will give you the document. If there is no existing document, they will talk you through about what the project is all about. And from all you captured, you should be able to create a project brief, which you are going to use to address the other team members. That's why you are a project manager. So this is the reason you are the leader. You have to do some work. You can't just start from the beginning and prepare. So you must be able to understand this, create a brief, create a sketch, which is what breakdown structure, and then create a project brief, and then start. When you have created a project brief, means you really understand what they want you to do, and then you assemble your team members for a kickoff, using a kickoff meeting, and that is when you have to review the project brief for other team members to understand what you people are going into. And after then, you have to start defining rules and responsibilities. Because you understand this well, you then say, Mr. This, you are the BA. This is what is so you have to define rules and responsibilities using racing metrics. We'll talk about racing metrics. We'll still have to talk about it again and create one at this point. So I don't know if I'm making sense.
Sure, sir.
All right. So I think we're a bit done this time.
Sorry, sir. Please, I have a question. I'm trying to look at what you use in deleting the small arrow previously used to
You
link
just
those.
highlight it and click delete from your seat, from your computer, and it will go.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
For instance, now look at it here. I will add, let me see. Is that what you're asking about this?
Yes, sir.
I highlight it, I punch, delete. That is it. I didn't do any other thing. I just highlight this, I punch, delete. It will go. Okay. Having created this, you know that it doesn't end here.
Hello, sir. Sorry, please. I'm a bit confused. The one you used before the class had the 5 stages of project planning, the 5 circle, but this one you are doing has just 4. I don't know, is there any reason why you decided to do it like this?
But I told you people that in closure, I'm not using closure stage. I said some people, I say I'm not using monitoring phase in my project. Did I say that? Did anybody?
Yes.
Yes, you did.
Yes.
I just wanted to know because the one you did before the class had the 5 stages.
Yeah, but I'm saying I've said the reason why I'm doing it this way.
Okay.
You said
It's not all this thing is not, you can do anything you want. All you need to do, have varieties of knowledge. Then you can do whatever you want. Like I said, I'm creating these because some people might request you to create these. But in my project, I don't create this. Once I've created this in a Excel document like this, I'm good to go. But I don't know whether we are going to get a work in Slumberger. I don't know whether we are going to get a work in MTN or in CBN or in back of England. I don't know where you are going to get your work. So I need to teach you everything.
Uzwamaka, please mute yourself. We can't hear him anymore.
Hello, sir. Mr. Charles. Sorry. Good evening.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, please, I would like to know if this particular format is applicable to all projects, or do we have to be changing the format every time we have a new project?
The format, whether it's going to be for every project.
Oh, okay, okay.
I don't know. I want to understand your question again.
Oh, okay. You know, now at the initiate stage, we have a receive project brief, assemble, and all of that. Then the planning stage also, we have market research and the rest. So what I'm asking is, are we going to be using this same format for all projects or for a single project, the way we are doing for nearest social media platform now?
Yes, the projects you are going to, almost every project will have the same structure, like initiate, plan, execute, and close. And I said equally that I'm not using monitoring and control as a stage, because monitoring and control is part of every of these phases. You start monitoring and controlling from, so it cannot just stand alone. That is what I said. And these other deliverables depends on the kind of project we are handling, like software development. If you are working on software implementation, of course, you know, that's why I'm planning to have like a conventional project and a software implementation project for you. So that if you are handling a software, any kind of software related project, you know how to handle it. And if you're handling just anyhow projects or a conventional classic project like this one, it's just a classic project, conventional project, which you can apply to wedding planning or any kind of project. This is very basic. So you can use this. You look at this, you see here there is no, under planning, there is nothing like no software development except this platform localization, but it's not even a term in terms of software implementation. So the kind of projects you implement will determine the kind of terminologies will come in. So, but I said this is just the beginning, and this is a first project. So when we start software implementation, we might not be seeing market research, competitor analysis, or develop marketing strategy under planning. We might not see it under execution, because we are not, when we are implementing a software, we are not expanding our software to any location. We are not expanding to north, we are not expanding to south, we are not expanding to east, we are not expanding to west. We are just implementing a software that will be used by organization. So it's going to be different. I don't know if I'm making sense here. But at the moment, what is required of you is take it one step at a time. If you want to be faster than your shadow, then you are going to hurt yourself. Just understand how you can create a work breakdown structure. That is what is required of you at this moment. Am I communicating?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
Yes,
So
sir.
don't
Yes, sir.
try to understand at this point how we are going to start creating projects in your office. You are not a project manager yet. You are not even a project coordinator yet. from my own assessment. So you have to learn it one step at a time for you to grasp it and stop not be confusing yourself. What is required is the first thing you need to do is just to create a work breakdown structure. We are not even creating, we are just trying to, but I want us to be practical. Learn how to create work breakdown structure. If you can do that for me, good. That is what is expected of you at this point. So, and if you can use this software to create this diagram, like this my own is looking, that is 100% you've gotten in this particular one. That is what I want you to do. Just know how to use draw.io to create this. And that is it. So I will make these documents available. Now, all of you have access in your course portal, but I will equally share it in the WhatsApp platform. Lucky enough, everybody have gotten their this thing. Everybody have gotten their group. So it's going to make our general WhatsApp group very decent for me. So please, I wouldn't want people to be coming to general WhatsApp group to be chatting and cracking joke. If you want to do that, you can move to your WhatsApp group, special WhatsApp group. You can be playing around there until we start our project. But once we start our project, I will not expect you to be using it as a playing ground. So that is it. So we still have a little stuff to do before we conclude this session. And I will go back to our document. Now you've created a work breakdown structure and you want to share this to your line manager to see if this is what they want. You cannot bring them here to let them see. You need to export this document. So all you need to do to export this document, you go to File. Then you come down to Export. You can export this as PNG document, as JPEG. You can equally export as PDF, but I encourage you to export your document as PNG. All of us you know what is PNG document, PNG pictures or images. So if you click here, it will take you here. Please, I know how to throw people away in my class if you become a nuisance. I'm not begging people to keep quiet or to respect yourself. Boom, you are out of here. So
I just said that I'm not seeing your screen. I'm not seeing your screen.
Then the refresher, this thing is not from my end, it's from your end. You having technical issues. Is everybody not seeing my screen?
You can see your screen. Maybe it's on the next
We are
page.
seeing it.
We can see your
Yeah,
screen.
it's
Oga, check your
network.
network.
So are we following on the exporting of documents?
Yes, sir.
So once it brings you here and you click export, and then now all I need to do, I want to download this in my system. I'll come over here and I click download, and then I'll click OK, and it's downloaded in my system. And I'll come to this document here where we have this, and let's insert. insert, go to image here and upload it. And I click OK. So you see it here, we'll have it here. So we'll have two work breakdown structure here. So this is if you look at this, you will see that this is for construction projects, work breakdown structure, this thing. This is not mathematics. This you have to apply some level of creativity and originality and making this work to just stand out the way you want it. You see, in this one, you see this goes directly here. I told you that in my own, I can do it to be just coming direct, but I decided to choose to come from the side to capture it. So it's the way you want it to do. All these things, it's just like you drawing picture here and painting. All you need, try to make it look professional and capture the main message. But if you don't know, if you cannot apply originality from your own creativity, then do it exactly the way this one looks like. So the control, this is what I didn't capture here. I cut out this control because I said control here revolves around everything. There is no need of capturing control as a stage or as a phase. So every phase has control within that phase. So that is what it means. That's why I cut it off. So, and that is it about work breakdown structure. So you see, we're trying to understand some of these techniques. We are going to be doing some practical, some technique. I might not be taking you around, but I wanted this for you to know how to create this, because I want you to create your own. If you create it, go to our this thing. We have, I don't think I've created a page, a group for you in Facebook, because we started using Nearas, we started promoting our own platform. We have a platform, we have a Facebook page, and we have Nearas as well. I want you to create your own work breakdown structure like this. And in our page or in our group in Nearas, before when we create in Facebook and start using, go there and upload it, and I will look at it. If there is any mistake, I'll make a review against your own. So, and that is it. So I just want to make sure you know how to do this. And if you have any question regarding this, if you still struggling, feel that you cannot do this, let me know. So both the Excel documents and my own copy, I will share them in the WhatsApp group for you to use it to be able to create your own. So we'll take it one step at a time. If you learn how to create a work breakdown structure, that is what you need. Like I said, don't be faster than your shadow. That's why so many people are finding this difficult. From the beginning, they visual everything at the end, and you start looking so complicated to them. No, take it one step at a time. If you have any question, I can still respond to your question. Okay, some of you are raising their hands, and let me see Akban.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Good evening. Please, a quick one. I just wanted to find out if the tax you gave us, if we should use the nearest, the way you did it exactly, the details on the chart, or we can just create it using our own idea.
If you are going to use your own idea, I said my own should be the minimum. You know, if you cannot create something that is better than my own, then just create it exactly the way I created my own.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
If it can be better than my own for me to learn from you, good and fine. I'm ready to learn. But it cannot be lower than my own standard.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Jen Dodo. Jen. Okay, Jen is not here. Abi Ehi. Sorry for that.
It's okay. I just want reconfirmation. The dates for the class. I remember the last time when I watched one of your videos, you said Thursday and Friday. So is it that and I could the messages said it could be like probably every day. I just want to be sure so that it could help me plan better. Is there a specific day or it could
When
just
I
be
when I said Thursday and Friday, I said for now. There at that time I said Friday and Saturday for now, but in future we can scale back, we can scale forward, we can add more days. I think I said that as well. So, and as we are scaling, you can see we have a lot of work to do. We are meant to, this is a minimum of 4 months. 4th month is a grace. It should be 3 months. So saying 4 months, I don't see us capturing whatever we need to do here in 4 months if we don't move faster. So if you've signed up to be in this, you must really be flexible. It's a duration of 4 months and you'll be free from me. You know, but for now, you need to give me a time.
Hello, sir. This is Jane, sir.
Okay.
Sorry, I stepped away for a minute. My question is, earlier on, you said that the kind of project one is handling will determine the terminologies used in the work breakdown structure.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for someone coming from a non-technical background, how do you go about when you don't have domain knowledge and you happen to be in as a project manager and you come across work that is in an area that you don't have domain knowledge of?
Yeah, because you don't have that technical background. That's why you are here.
Yes.
So what again do you want me to do? I'm teaching you that technical languages.
So it's not something you are teaching us directly per se, because in the lectures,
What
yes,
do you want me to
words.
teach? What do you want me to teach you?
No, I just wanted to know if there are other ways we can pick up the lingo.
Just be picking it up one by one from what we are doing here. At least you've known what is work breakdown structure. It's a technical language. You've known what project kickoff meeting is a technical language. You've all this documentation I've mentioned. If you can understand them, cram them. These are technical languages. By the time we finish business analysis, you will still be learning technical languages. You learn what is what they call it, user stories. You will learn acceptance criteria. You will learn EPIC. You will learn features. You will learn cost-benefit analysis. These are technical languages. Am I not teaching you people this?
You are, sir.
So what are you panicking, or what do you want to
It's
understand
not
again?
panic. My point is like you are done with us after that, and we go into the job market, and now you get work as a project manager in a tech company. Let's say you get work in to start working in a tech
In a
company.
tech company, there's no tech company that will be bigger than near us. It's just that maybe they have more money than us. But there's no technical language. Even if you join, okay, Facebook, this number one of the biggest tech companies in the world. Near us have got even more features and more design than Facebook. You know, so what are you then? What are you looking for then? Or maybe you get to work in Google. So which kind of tech company are you talking about?
Sir, I think
Okay,
I
so I'll take
understand the
your word for
problem.
it.
Huh? Flora, Jane Dodo, I think you are just panicking for nothing. I've said
Okay, sir.
be picking
I'll take your word
all
for
these
it, sir.
languages we are here, be picking them one after the other, and go back from when we started. If be learning all those technical languages, everything I use here, I use technical language. We even work breakdown structure. I told you people that if I want to use it, if I want to be a lemma, I will say category and subcategory. But I told you here that I will use work breakdown structure because that is what we use here as project managers. And I tell you that if you are starting a project as a project manager, the first thing you need to do is work breakdown structure. So if you are starting a project, we are just starting, just like if you join Microsoft, they are going to ask you to do work breakdown structure. So if you learn that, learn the much you can, and the more if it comes to the one you don't know what to do, that is why you have to sit down with your stakeholder to understand their expectation. I said it here. You have to, even when we talk about work breakdown structure, the point here is that we jump a lot of things. Even the work breakdown structure, I told you, make sure you stay with your stakeholders to understand what is required of you. They were going to tell you what to do. So with that, I don't see there is any need. But by the time you finish here, capture like 2 projects. This is non-tech. I consider this non-technical project. By the time you do another technical project, and you see even people that do not go to universities are getting project management jobs, and you can see that the young lady is saying that she can beat her chest even without going to university. She got the capacity. All the capacity she got the capacity, she secured a job without a university degree, and she's still very confident that she can do the job based on the skills she got from here. So I don't think there should be any cause for alarm.
All right, so I'll take your word for it. Thank you.
Okay, I will have Florence. I think I've spoken to Ms. Yakpan. We'll have Florence.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Charles. I just want to ask a quick question. For the task, for the work breakdown structure task that you give us, is there a deadline or time frame to it that we should just create our own and submit?
Just submit it before the week runs off, and that's it.
Okay.
So, like what we are doing here, I'm not going to call you to, Florence, come down here and kneel down. Why didn't you submit? I'm not gonna be. You're an adult, so if you want to play around, I'll just ignore you and move on. But when I have a lady here in UK in my class. I think I told you that story. She will never do anything I ask them to do. You know, if I ask her, why didn't you submit your delivery? I've watched the video. I'm okay. It's okay. Am I going to drag her and flog her? No. But she got a job, and now to do her job, she have to come back to me. Just, can you assist me? I said, I can assist you. I'm a businessman. You want me to assist you? You know, yeah, just for one deliverable to help her pass her probation. She need this, you know. I told her, you know, I'm a senior business analyst and a project manager. The minimum for my one-day job is £500. That's what I collect. And that is the truth. You just pay me 500. I say, because you want to come back and join my class. I told her, because you've been in my class, you want to come back and join and learn things afresh. You've joined before. You know we collect £2,000. Give me £1,000. She started crying. Charles, I'm just starting a job, this and that's. Okay. If you are not coming to join, but I will help you do your deliverables, then pay me £500. And that is where the contract we reached. And yeah, she agreed. So the point I'm making is that if I ask you to do it, you do it. If you don't do it, when it comes to that, I will always, people know that I don't, if I see a call, I'll take it. If I see a mail, I'll respond. You give me what I want, I give you what you want. So good luck, I'll go. Okay,
Yes,
good
hi,
luck.
Mr. Charles. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. I think after good luck, we have to close for tonight.
Okay, please, although I joined late, but I want to be clarified. Like I used to see a lot of people that say they are project managers and they always attach that they are into SOP, workflow automation and all that. So I don't know if you'll be teaching us these aspects too.
What is SOP?
Standard of, I don't know. I think it's standard operating procedure. So I don't know.
And workflow automation.
I don't know about, but I know I usually used to see it on their profile. A lot of them that are into project management.
You contact them and ask them what it means. So don't be carried out all those people put as like I see a lot of people when they hear some technical language, they just think it's going to make their profile look better. You should be able to know what define your CV or they defend your CV. Don't be carried by what people said. I've said it. If you want to be mentored, listen to what you have. I'm not the only mentor here. We have so many mentors, but you have to choose who is going to be a mentor. If you want to choose me, then listen to what I ask you to do. If you want to choose another mentor, good and fine. Listen to whatever the person asks you to do. You cannot serve two masters at a time. You will be very confused. The other one will tell you A, the other one will tell you B. So if you have confidence in me, then you listen and forget all those side attraction and take it one step at a time. So if you put SOP in your this thing, in your CV as a skill, and put work breakdown structure in your CV as a skill and submit it to a hiring manager, the person that added work breakdown structure in the CV is going to get the job. And the other one will be trashed. The other CV will be trashed because what I don't know how to say, but you just have to, you know, pay attention to what we are doing and stop all these side attractions and distract you. So many of you are distracting yourself. I gave you a story when we were starting. Two people that I mentored. One will pay attention and do everything I ask them to do, but one will be questioning everything you ask them to do. Why should they do it? I think it should be done this way. While the other one is finishing his second job, the other one is not even starting a job. So it's up to you. You're an adult. You do whatever you like. I'll teach you what I believe is the best, and that's it. So this is where we're ending it for tonight.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
So please, so please, can you share the work breakdown structure again so we can use it for the assignment?
He said
Please.
it was
You already said that.
he already
Thank
said
you,
that.
sir.
Thank you,
Mr. Charles,
sir.
I believe in you, oh, completely. I beg.
Mr. Charles, we are holding you.
Now your
Thank
hands,
you
in
so
fact,
much,
I
Mr.
don't
Charles.
surrender. Oh. I beg.